So, you want to be a high-quality man, but your bank account is looking like a bad joke. You know, the kind of joke that doesn't even get a pity laugh. It's okay. We've all been there staring at our finances like, is this monopoly money or real life? But here's the thing. Being a high-quality man isn't about having stacks of cash, wearing a Rolex, or showing off your Tesla on Instagram. It's about who you are, not what you own. And today we're going to talk about exactly how to become that man without needing to win the lottery or rob a bank. Let's start with a little truth bomb. Most people confuse high quality with high income. That's like thinking a six-pack makes you healthy while ignoring the 4 Red Bulls and 2 cigarettes you just had for breakfast. Money helps, sure, but it's not the foundation. The foundation is character, and character doesn't need a budget. First, you've got to get your mind right. Being broke is a temporary situation. Being poor is a mindset. Let that marinate for a second. Broke can be fixed. Poor is a decision. So even if your wallet is starving, your mindset should be feasting. You have to carry yourself like you matter. Not in a fake it till you make it kind of way, but in a I know my worth and I'm building on it kind of way. Confidence isn't born in a Gucci store. It's forged in discomfort and grown through discipline. Discipline, now there's a word we need to get comfortable with. It's not glamorous. No one claps for you when you wake up at 5 a.m. to journal or work out or read, but discipline is like compound interest for your soul. You do a little every day, and over time, people start to look at you differently. You start to look at yourself differently. You realize you don't need a luxury car to command respect. Your energy does that. Let's talk about your appearance. Now hold on. Before you roll your eyes and say, I thought you said this isn't about money, hear me out. Looking good isn't about designer clothes. It's about cleanliness, fit, and effort. You don't need a $500 shirt. You need a shirt that's clean, fits well, and doesn't look like it lost a fight with a blender. Groom yourself. Smell good. Clip your nails. Trim your beard or your mustache or whatever facial jungle you've got going on. Presentation isn't vanity. It's self-respect made visible. And speaking of self-respect, manners. You want to stand out in a world that glorifies chaos? Be kind. Be thoughtful. Say please and thank you like it's your superpower. Open doors. Listen more than you speak. Make eye contact. You'd be amazed how magnetic it is to meet someone who's actually present in a conversation. You don't need cash to be charismatic. You need awareness, authenticity, and the ability to put your ego on a leash. Now let's dive into something nobody wants to admit. Most of us crave validation. And without money, some guys start to feel invisible. They think, if I can't buy the table, no one wants me at it. But let me tell you, real presence doesn't need an invitation. It walks into a room and changes the energy. How? By being useful. Bring value. Not financial value, but emotional, intellectual, or even spiritual value. Are you uplifting people around you? Are you making others feel heard and seen? Because that's currency, my friend, and it spends way better than showing off a fake watch. A high-quality man has direction. Even if he's not there yet, he knows where he's going. He's not flailing around in life like a cat in a bathtub. He has goals, and he works towards them. Every single day, without excuses. No one's coming to save him. No fairy godmother is about to turn his Honda Civic into a Bentley. He knows that, and yet he moves. He moves with purpose, even when it's hard, even when it's lonely. He also invests, but not in stocks or crypto. I mean, sure, that's cool too. But more importantly, he invests in himself. In his mind, his skills, his body. He reads, he learns, he improves. He doesn't sit there whining about how life isn't fair while binge-watching shows that suck his ambition dry. He understands that every minute wasted is a deposit into someone else's dream, so he builds his own. Let's talk relationships for a minute. Being a high-quality man with no money, it means your love life might require a little extra finesse. You're not impressing anyone with a rooftop dinner date, but you can impress with your honesty, your thoughtfulness, your curiosity. You can cook dinner, plan a walk, write a damn poem if you have to. You think that's cheesy? Maybe. But you know what's worse? Thinking money is the only thing you can offer someone. A high-quality man makes people feel better after they interact with him. He doesn't chase status. He creates value. And value doesn't mean expensive. It means genuine. He's reliable, not flashy. He shows up. He keeps his word. He does the right thing even when nobody's watching, especially when nobody's watching. Humor, by the way, is underrated. Being broke is one thing, but being broke and boring, That's a tragedy. Laugh at yourself. Tell a joke. Lighten the mood. No one wants to be around a walking complaint file. A sense of humor doesn't cost a thing, and it's one of the quickest ways to connect with others. And while we're talking about connection, let's get one thing straight. Networking is not just for rich guys in suits who use words like synergy. It's for you. It's for anyone who understands that people are the most valuable asset in life. Talk to people. Learn from them. Offer help when you can. Build relationships that aren't based on transactions but transformation. Let's not pretend any of this is easy. Becoming a high-quality man, without leaning on wealth, is one of the hardest things you'll ever do. It's inconvenient. It's slow. It's thankless. But that's what makes it real. Because when you finally do get the money, and if you keep this up, you probably will, it won't define you. It'll just amplify who you already are. You don't need cash to be respected. You need consistency. You don't need a mansion to feel valuable. You need mastery. Mastery over your emotions, your habits, your mindset. Most of the world is floating, waiting, blaming. A high-quality man takes the wheel. Even if the car is a beat-up '98 Toyota with one working speaker and an air conditioner that only functions when it's cold outside. And let's be honest, there's something magnetic about a man who's clearly in the trenches but still handles himself with grace. Who's broke but not broken. Who has less but gives more. Who walks into a room like he belongs there. Not because he owns it, but because he owns himself. Here's the final punchline. Money makes things easier. It does. But if you're not high quality without it, you won't magically become that way with it. You'll just be a more expensive version of the same guy. So build the man first. The money, if it comes, will just be a cherry on top of a cake that was already damn good to begin with. If you've watched this far, chances are something in you knows it's time to step up. Not tomorrow. Not when you get a raise. Now today, start by respecting yourself more than your excuses. Act like your time matters, even if your schedule doesn't yet. And build brick by brick the man you know you're supposed to be. No credit check required. And remember, the most valuable thing about you isn't in your pocket. It's in your principles.